I'm Sifu Chad.
I'm over here in I was also almost gonna say Hawaii. I'm just gonna say Hawaii. Yeah, in my head, I'm in Hawaii. I'm here about 45 minutes west of Lake Tahoe in the Sierra Nevadas, and Sifu Chad's in Colorado. So this is essentially a mountain retreat for you guys. This is a treat in that let me see. Hopefully, yeah. This is a treat in that I'm going to take you guys into, well, I guess this would be called cross training. We've never done a cross training sort of thing here. This is for entertainment purposes only. Train at your own risk. Now, what we usually have is a sandbag, right? Aloha, Justin. Yeah, usually we just have a sandbag. We've got maybe a mat, or we're just on the ground. And we is the drinking show, so we always have our water. And but today we're cross training. We're going to go into using some dumbbells, two of them, if you have them. Now, if you don't have any of these weights, we can, of course, do free hand exercise. So I'll point that out for each exercise that we do here. We're going to be doing, let me see if I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be doing 6 exercises. And all of these exercises can be done freehand. So I'll let you know which ones they are. This is what are called TRX suspension trainers. And if you don't have this rope, you can just use rope. I often have used a my belt from jujitsu. You can use like a belt, rope, any of that will do. These are just nice because you can put your feet through here. You can adjust them right here, and they've got carabiners where it makes it easy to just throw it over something. But being able to hang is really a wonderful thing for the monkey part of us humans. We mustn't forget that we just recently came out of the trees. We don't want to lose our ability to fly around from our arms like monkeys through the trees. All right, there's my little monkey talk. So, so this is what I mean by cross training, and we're going to get to it very quickly here. I don't want to waste too much time on talking. I also put a description on the Sifu Z on Patreon. I put a description of the training session that we're going to do, so you can get a transcription, so to speak, of this session at the patreon.com/SifuZ. I'm also going to be introducing the ball and string, and this is for the kitten in all of us, so to speak. So don't let me forget to show you that at the end. We're going to be bypassing our sandbag training. We're going to do that over on the private session. And if you want to join us over at the private session, again, that's patreon.com/CFUZ. All right. We are 4 minutes and 20 seconds, appropriately enough. And we're just going to get right to it. The first thing we're going to do is what's called a bench press. You can do presses. You adjust these lower to the ground, and you can press using the TRX bands. Let's see if you can see those. Yeah, you can just and you can even just do them uh, uh, at different angles. But a proper press, you would have them down as low as possible and pressing. You can do push-ups. So most of you guys are going to do push-ups. If you have books or something, they're equal size. That's even better because you can get the full range from the push-up. Now, the whole idea is the weights just allow us to do these exercises a little bit more easier, a little bit more focused. But you can get the same sort of results from freehand simply by using the technique that I'm going to share with you. So we'll just go into for one push up. Now I'm going to start breezing through this because the same concept applies to all the exercises. So I'm not going to be talking a lot throughout the rest of these exercises. Just remember the same concept applies. If you're doing push-ups, I'm just going to do them this way for now. Going down and then slowly, or in this case, slowly going down. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. And then push out. Right. So slowly going down and then push out. When you push out, you're really pushing out, squeezing your pecs together. And then you're slowly going down and trying to squeeze your pecs, because if you're not focusing uh, both physically and psychologically on what you're trying to develop, then it's easy for your other muscles to take over, and vice versa. If I really just focus on the pecs, we're trying to develop the chest strength here and the muscles. So I'm really focusing on using the pecs, using the chest in order to do the exercise. Because really, you can psychologically go, okay, I'm going to use my arms to do it, or I'm going to use, and this is why the weights don't really matter so much. It's always on the downstroke, not the push. A lot of people emphasize the push, and that's okay. That's a different style of exercise, and we're using these exercises to sculpt our body to do what's called bodybuilding, right? It should be so in bodybuilding. It shouldn't be called weightlifting. It should be called weight dropping. You're slowly dropping the weight, then push, and slowly. All right. So now I'm going to use the dumbbells, and you guys use what you got. We're going to go through 3 sets of these, and we're going pretty high reps, so 3 sets of 12. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice and slow. Yeah. Now the rest period, we're going to do 60-second rest period or 1 minute rest period. Today we're doing a whole body workout. I specifically chose for me, which is day 3, to do a whole body workout to share with you guys. And then we'll be, I'll be going into day 1 and day 2 at a later date. I might even do those as special streams on Monday and Wednesday. So let's get back to work on this. Sifu Chad, would you count out 30 seconds?
Sure.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
All right.
7, 8,
I
9,
think it would go 9,
10,
10, 11,
11,
12, 13,
12.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I'm just trying to get to 60 seconds. I think we're there already. So,
21, 20, 24,
um,
25.
yeah,
I'm a
if you
slow
had
guy.
like a stopwatch, I'll try to get a stopwatch for our next session so that we
Okay.
get say. But essentially, you don't want too much time to pass between sets. We're
Right.
talking no more than 90 seconds.
Okay.
So, but 60 seconds is golden, and I'll assume that we're there now.
I believe so. I guess we could always look at the timer on the live stream.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. But that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah. I'll do my best and try to keep track of that.
All right. 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right.
All right, we're at
And
12,
one more set.
25.
Uh, yeah,
10 seconds.
I was able to, in 2 months' time, jump up up to in 10 pounds. So over time, I think I gained 12 pounds in
30
the
seconds.
2 months.
Huh.
So so now that I'm up in weight,
40
I can
seconds.
now stop eating so much
Huh.
and now start sculpting that additional weight. Instead of trying to get all that weight up and then trying to burn it down, I do it more in gradual steps. So that way it's nice and solid. So like you said, we were talking earlier how, if you too much at once, and then you stop training or you stop eating or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
something happens, yeah, you might get in trouble, especially internally, right?
Yeah.
Your heart can only take so much. You
80
gotta
seconds. I'm keeping track.
yeah. All right, where are we at?
90 seconds right now.
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right. And again, 60 seconds.
We're at 15 minutes and 5 seconds has passed.
15:05.
10 seconds.
So same thing in between exercises. Our next exercise
Oh, yeah.
is our rows. So we're going to use the TRX bands. Now, if you don't have the TRX bands or have anything to, if you don't have anything to hang from, that's what I'm trying to say. If you, as long as you have something heavy, it could be your sandbag, right? It could be, I have a weight that, like, if you have just one weight, like even a kettle, you can do this exercise. If you have resistance bands, you can strap it around something low and you get the rows in. But rows are essentially you're doing this rowing exercise, right? With the TRX bands, it's really nice to work the rows. It feels really nice, and
Nice.
you can adjust these to go even lower, which I'll do. There we go. So if you're using the kettlebell, you'll just want to use a chair or an edge of a table, or you could even just use your own knee and you bring the kettlebell to your hip. Okay? Not up to here. You're not gonna get anything there. Up to your
Okay.
hip. Yeah.
See how
Yeah.
well. I usually just squat with the 35er, but I'll do the. See how far I can go with the one arm.
Yeah, so what you'll do is you'll ignore my sets and you'll just work on your own sets, which is 12 on one side and then 12 on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have a resistance bands, or even if you had a belt, you could just use the resistance of the belt. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a pole I'm working with. Even if you had a pole, you could do rows this way.
Okay.
Again, it's not about the weight, it's about letting the weight down.
Right.
It's the opposite because now you're really focusing on a whole nother set of muscles. All right.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
assuming we got 60.
We're at 120, I think.
Oh shoots, let's go.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7,
All right, if you're on the straps, let's
12.
go with round 2. Sifu Chad, you'll be counting off you guys that are using dumbbells.
Yeah. Gotcha.
1,
Give myself 30 seconds here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Resume the weight.
8,
1,
9,
2,
10,
3,
11,
5,
12.
6, 7,
Aloha Valley.
9, 10, 11, 12. And right side. Or left, whichever side you didn't do yet. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, last round for the straps.
9, 10,
1,
11,
2,
12. Rest on the weight.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
And last set for the weight. 1, 2.
Now the numbers are anywhere between 8 to 12 reps. The real deal is letting it down slow. So if it takes 2 seconds to come up, it should take about 6 seconds to go down. Yeah. 1 second to go up, and at least 3 to 4 seconds to go down.
8,
You see, you really want to work that down movement.
9, 10, 11, 12. And other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Yeah, nice and slow.
12. All right.
Beautiful. So you see what I mean by letting it down slow, how much more of a pump you get from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
With
with pull-ups? I have a pull-up doorway thing that I do quite often. And for pull-ups too, you pull up fast, but then you go down slow, right?
yeah.
Okay, I've been doing it right then. Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. All right, the next exercise we're doing is shoulder press. So I don't know what I'm thinking here. I'm gonna get nice and lightweight set up for shoulder presses. I think from my previous workout, I've overextended my because you're always trying to push more weight, but if a body part is injured, then you can only go as fast as you can only progress as much as that injured body part is going to let you.
Right.
So and so there's gains and then there's minuses. I can pretty much max out on these weights that I have, but it's not about the weights. It's about how you lift them. Same thing
Yeah.
with the movements. It's not in calisthenics. It's not about pumping out 12 sets. It's about slowly dropping 12.
Slow. What am I
Slow.
saying? Slow and controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where you really get the muscle burn. It's always been that way.
Mm.
It's things haven't changed over the years too
Yeah.
much. The main thing is diet. You know,
Right.
one thing is obeying your injuries. That's huge. Uh, if it gets down to lifting just the bar or just lifting your bare hands and doing the movements, um, you know, then
Yes.
you do it that way. Hell, in Wing Chun, we have no weights, but
Yeah.
we do a tremendous amount of bodybuilding through our Wing Chun. But
Internal dynamic tension, isometric dynamic tension. Right.
yeah, well, this is more like Wing Chun is like getting to the muscles from the inside, from the bone structure, marrow, from the bone to the tendon to the ligaments to the muscle.
To the
And then
mall.
this is almost the opposite, where we're really just directly working with the exhausting the muscle.
Right.
So all right, with this one, it's just presses now with the kettle. That's what I'm trying to say. With the kettle, it would just be this, right?
That's too. Yeah, that's definitely too much for my shoulder with the 35-pounder. I'll use the
Well,
stick.
what you can do is do it this way, right?
Oh, okay. I can do it that way. I can do it that
Yeah.
way.
All right. If you have resistance bands, then you just step on the middle of the resistance bands and lift the band up above your head. There is no real replacement for this exercise. If you were doing freehand, you could actually do a handstand up against the wall and then press, but you're not going to get a full range of motion for that unless you've got you're doing it off your barbells or something else that's raising your fist off the ground, so you can clear that. But yeah, here we go. 3 sets of 12. First set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And quite honestly, I could even go much lighter than the weights that I'm using. This is fine. But it's really about how much you focus on the compression,
Yeah.
right? So it's not, if you're lifting a lot of weight and you just go, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," well, there's this whole range of
Yeah.
muscles you're
There's,
not.
it's like a gap, like you're making.
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of times, like you you're developing the muscle, then you go back and you're developing strength, and you're developing more muscle. Then you go up and you're really working for strength, and then you go back to there's these 3 different phases. I feel like I'm in the middle phase, which is just working on developing the muscle, then start developing on strength, which is kind of happening now. And then the next push will be when I go from 150 to 160, and then from 160 to 170. I'm not probably not going to go beyond 170.
Damn, you're gonna be bigger than me.
Well, that's why I had to start doing these online. It would be an unfair advantage, right? So now you can catch up. All right,
Nah,
round 2.
I like being 155 though.
Oh yeah, 155 is nice. That's what I am right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
See if I can do it.
144 to 155. 3, nice and slow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
The
So
35 kettlebell is like, it's like awkward to hold, if that makes any
yeah.
sense.
Oh, sure. It's working a different range of muscles. You're probably using your lats to a good degree in
Yeah,
order to get it to here.
my
And
upper
then,
too, because like
yeah,
I have to constantly like sort of squeeze it.
yeah, and you're up close here rather than having, because right here we're really trying to work the shoulders, the deltoids, the upper deltoids,
Yeah, yeah,
and the trapezius.
yeah. Huh. I've been holding it on the sides like this.
Is that helping?
It's difficult.
Hey, you're
It keeps
certainly
slipping.
getting a workout. It's different, slightly different than the workout that with the dumbbells or whatever, but you're still getting a good, proper, full body workout. That's for sure. It's kind
Yeah,
of one of the things the kettlebells forces you to do is more of a whole body workout, whereas the dumbbells help you to isolate, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting how it's just like the adjustment of a grip, you know, or
Oh
different
yeah, yeah,
grip.
yeah. I forgot about the Arnold lifts, which I'm going to start doing. I've been doing them this way,
Uh-huh.
which means I'm kind of cheating myself out of a nice little full extension. So
One of
I'm
them,
looking
which one did I learn? Like there used to be
third
one
set.
where you would do the Arnold lift, and but you'd hold one and sustain it, and the other
Oh
one
yeah,
you'd do it all the way down.
yeah.
That was one I was fond of back in the lifeguard days. All right.
1, 2, nice and slow. 3. It's more like you're flexing than you're lifting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good.
Really works the with that grip too on the kettlebell. It really forces the tendons of your thumb to sort of engage,
Yeah.
almost like a perpetual gonsow as you lift it up. Uh, what did I say? Any isometric?
Let's see. So the next one we're doing, you don't need any straps. The straps are used for balance. And all you need is to be able to put your foot up. In fact, hell, I think I can just do it this way, and you guys will be able to see it just fine. All right. So this next exercise, you can use a pole, another chair. You have 2 chairs. If your balance is good, you don't even need to use them. I just use them so I can focus on the exercise and not on the balance. But it's certainly not going to hurt you if you don't have straps to focus more on your balance. You'll probably do them slower and whatnot.
Okay.
All right. So the isometrics is coming up at the very last exercise. So, yeah, which is nice because as Wing Chunners, the these types of isometric exercises tend to be hard for most people to do. For us Wing Chunners, it's going to be very easy because we don't even use stuff to get our isometric exercise in. But using these straps, you can even use a pole, a door frame. You don't need any of this stuff again. It's just nice to have. All right. So these are squats. They're just single leg squats. You have 1 foot up on a chair, and then you're just going down. All right, let's do it. 12, 3 sets of 12.
Am I putting my instep flat?
Whatever's comfortable for that foot.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just trying to put all of your weight onto your front leg as you
Okay.
squat. And again, if you had another chair, you could use that for balance, or you can just use it's easy enough without the balance.
Is the front leg starting off completely straight or slightly forward?
Um, you should be able to look down and see your full foot.
Okay.
Okay. And then your knee is probably not going to go too far beyond your toes
Not
as you're
too
going down, because you're really trying to use your hamstring, the back of your leg,
I
and
see.
press with your heels.
Press with my
Which is,
heel.
yes,
Okay.
press with your heel rather, because you're only got one heel, right? So press with your
Right.
heel. Let's go.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I was a little behind.
Oh, that's good. It's good. It's good to be slower on these. I just was gonna say I was going a little fast. A little fast. I'm like Arnold. I hate working the legs. My legs are too big already.
Chicken legs.
But really, it's really because all the real work you're doing in bodybuilding comes from doing squats and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So it's not really a matter of developing the legs as much as this being the delivery system. This whole area is the delivery system, right?
Right.
Everything's trying to go down. The legs, what pumps stuff back up, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, this whole area being strong. That's why I really like doing the core exercises. And this is all. I think everything you can use your core to do all these exercises. All right, round 2. I'll assume.
Nika.
Uh, little tip: always start with one side, then the other. What I mean is,
Oh.
doesn't
Also.
matter if it's left and then right or right and left. As Wing Chun, I always go left to right. But as long as you just always remember that, so then when you're doing these alternate exercises, you're always doing them. You always know where you're at.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3. So going down slow is the trick here, right? 4, going down slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Gluteus maximus.
10,
Couldn't help it. I feel it really good.
11. Going down slow. Yeah. And the other side. 1, nice and slow. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nice and slow. 12. Good. So that's 2 sets, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what's great about having partners is there's always going to be one of you that's going to know what set you're on.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, I lied, Justin. There are 2 isometrics, but this next one we're going to do is sort of a, geez, now I don't know. They used to call it plyometric. So you're using a combination of isometric and kinetic movement. It's my most hated and thusly my favorite exercise because it sucks. If you don't have straps, you're going to have to do a variation that doesn't suck as much. Yeah, you really, for this exercise, you have a whole range of exercises that can replace it. So one of them is planking. So you're on one leg, right, and one arm planking, and then you plank on the other side. So that's a good variation. Another variation is doing hurdler runs, where you have your feet up and you then take one knee and press it into your chest, right? I'm just doing this one leg up at a time, right? Assume
Yeah.
that both my legs are up and you're just taking one leg up. And again, you're just doing one at a time so you can get that burn. And then you do 12 this way.
Is that sort of like similar to like the whole planking and then bringing when you're planking you bring this up to your tricep?
Precisely.
Okay.
Or cross. You do same side or cross. Usually cross is a lot easier because you don't have to adjust your body weight as much. And you can focus on the muscle and not another aspect of an exercise, which could be balance. If you want to create more balance, then don't use the straps, right? Or do both sides touching. 1, 2, 1, 2, right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. I thought that you guys would appreciate this. The summer's coming up. You want to start sculpting the body so you don't scare yourself
We
when you
need
have
that
to take your clothes off.
so that way when I surf that river wave half naked, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll drown because you won't have enough body fat.
I think that the water is still super cold in the summertime because it's all snow melt. So
All
yeah.
right, what do we got here? We got we got one more set of these, right?
One more.
All right, let's do them.
Okay.
1, nice and slow. 2, we're gonna do these really, really focused. 3, there you go. Slow down, push up. 4, slow down, push up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side.
Oh, I can hear the crepitus in my
Nice
knee.
and slow. 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, again, you can see how it's not about the weight, it's about how you lower the weight. So if it's lighter weight, then you should be able to do the reps slower, right?
Yeah.
Or no weight, right? You should be able to do it slower. And it's amazing how big, you'd be a big guy, not know anything about bodybuilding. And just a super lightweight will kill you. Just
Yeah.
like doing seal towel, guys come in all jacked
Yeah.
and then they do a seal towel and they're on all fours
Witness.
crying, literally crying
Yeah.
so many times. Big, strong, grown men on all fours crying.
Yeah.
So, so
And
it's not about the weight as much as it is how you lift that weight. And it's not how we were talking about earlier, how big and but how you get big. If you cheat, you eat a bunch and then don't train and stuff like that.
yeah.
Food is everything. I'm now back down to regular eating, 2,000 calories,
Yeah.
because now I want to cut whatever fat that I
Do you
built.
do you still do a 16-hour intermittent fast between that, or have you switched?
No, I can't do intermittent fasting until much later now.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because I need to at least get 3 solid meals in, you
I see.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because if you eat them all, then you're really taxing your stomach
Right.
to get 2,000. If I were just doing 1,500 between 1,500 and 2,000,
Uh-huh.
then that would be a different story. Then I'd really utilize, that in one meal.
Yeah.
But now I have to stay at least up to 2,000, maybe even 2,500 in order to maintain, but cut fat. And it's all about the foods too. If you could really eat pristine, then this process is way easier, especially the cardio process, because everything you do that is wrong for your body, you feel in cardio when you press your cardio.
Right.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
feel it when you're lifting weights because you're doing adrenaline and all that stuff going, but
Yeah.
but when you're jogging, now you go, oh damn, oh, oh, there's that donut.
Jump.
Oh yeah, there's all those carbs. Oh yeah, that's where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
and so
always.
I use that as mental stimulus, like, oh, okay, now you're burning what you need to be burning.
What do you think about the difference between like jogging cardio and jump rope cardio?
um, the problem with, I mean, they're both great, and it is a matter of like what you're trying to do. But
Mm,
I think for bodybuilding purposes, jogging, multi-terrain jogging is you can't
right.
beat it
Yeah.
because you're not like focusing on like this whole thing, right, which is
Yeah.
doing some stuff to your spine. You can kind of you're jogging around, you're going slower, you're going fast, you're going uphill, you're going downhill. And I
Right.
think you're getting, if you're stuck in a hotel room, then
Right. Right, yeah.
eh,
But
but
trailblazing.
even then, I don't even carry a jump rope with me because you always got burpees. And I
Right.
think burpees will always be more of an effective cardio than, you know. than
Okay.
jumping around. But I don't knock this. I mean, I think jumping rope is excellent for timing. You know, getting your movement and timing together and feeling light. If you need to feel light, you know, then you
Right.
can't feel heavy and jump rope and have a good time. You know, so
Yeah.
I think jumping rope has its place, especially if you want to get somebody up and running, quick muscle twitch kind of thing. You know.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was
All
always
right.
a big fan of jump roping. That was like something I really like to do.
Oh yeah, I love it too, but now I have to think more. That's why I introduced this set of exercises first, because these are all whole body,
Right.
and anything that isolates something and jars it a lot is probably not going to be good for you in the long run.
Right. And this
You
is
know.
more of a bodybuilding focus than it is a I guess you could say agility focus.
Well, yeah, certainly that, but also more importantly, we're trying to put on weight and then sculpt that weight
Right.
through lowering weights.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, through lowering weights. So, at some point, you'll cut fat, and at some point, you'll try to lift way more than you can, as long as your injuries allow you. You know. But those are different processes. It's a 3 cycle process. You tend to go over and over as you want to get bigger and bigger.
Mm.
But food is the main thing. The more shit you eat, the carbs that you put in, the harder the process is. That's all.
Mm.
So essentially, you look at like bland food, like lean meats and vegetables and grains
Uh,
and stuff like that. Bland, or real tasty stuff. All
that's
this
like
taste.
time and stuff.
Yeah, just like I know I'm taking a long time between these sets, but that's because I'm really going to give these a lot of attention. So the last two, and also, yeah, the eating process and oh, that's what I wanted to say about. At first, you got to count your carbs. I did like a month of counting carbs, but once I understood what my body told me, oh, okay, yeah, you've got this X amount of carbs. Your body will tell you, because then the whole process is getting your calories. I'm sorry, you get the X amount of calories. So you
Yeah.
count your calories. That's what I'm trying to say. Pardon me. You count your calories until you don't have to anymore, meaning you know what you eat, you know how much you need to eat,
Yeah.
you can even feel it, right?
Maybe give or take.
Then, yeah, then you stop counting your calories and you start trying to boil it down to really good lean meats and really high quality proteins and carbohydrates and stuff like that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to go to pikes, and then we're going to do what's called anti-rotation holds. Um, you guys aren't going to be able to do pikes. Here, let me see if I can uh, do what most of you, if you don't have any of the stuff, is you'll get to here, use a chair, and then you can bring your knee in, and you're going to just do multiple.
Oh, I could do it in sort of like the yoga sense where I'm just holding a plank and I do that.
Yeah.
I won't be at a decline or incline, but from here and then just kind of like.
Okay, and so for those of you that have straps, or for those of you that do this in the future, in the archive version, we archive all of our sessions over on patreon.com/cfuz. So if you'd like to join us and get access to all of our workout sessions, so that way you can train 24/7, then go on over to patreon.com/cfuz, and you'll get access to the archive. We also do a private session, which happens after this, which is all Wing Chun. All right, so this next one it not only sucks to do it, sucks to get into it. There you go. But if you had rope, then you would just put two, you would put two loops on the end of the rope. So now you're in this kind of situation where your feet are in the hoops. You're
On your
suspended about a foot off the ground. And now you just press the knees in and then out. So that's 1,
Oh, you're doing double.
2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. And then getting out of these. Very embarrassing. You just don't want anybody coming along visiting you
Don't say
and
it.
talking sassy to you.
I like that exercise.
Justin, I will.
Oh, man.
Everyone that joins us over on Patreon gets access to our, gets access to also private sessions as well. So yeah, I'm definitely doing those too fast because they suck. Sorry.
Right, you
The
pull it
next,
half second, you let it down 1.5, right?
the next, yeah, the next session will be more grueling. Just get ready for it here.
Whew.
All right. So yeah, this usually I do 20 minutes of running. I didn't do that today because the Oracle, also known as ChatGPT, because they use ChatGPT and other informational sites to get the latest information. And it seems that I've been running too much, so I have to kind of cut down on the running. So this is a perfect opportunity to do this without the running. We are, geez, we're past an hour, but I think 15 minutes of that is yapping. So,
Yeah,
right.
we did explain alternate versions too, so.
That's right.
Versions, rather.
That's right. You're helping me. You're helping me to get this across. It's auspicious that you don't have anything, so everyone can do what you're doing. All right. 1, 2, nice and slow out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I think all 3 of these sessions, of the 3 of them, I think one of them is not as grueling. But you can make it as hard as you want. You just go slower. You make it harder by going slower.
Right. Slow and control.
That's right. That's why in Wing Chun, with no weight, we go really slow.
Yeah.
Because we can focus on every micro increment of measure along the path of the posture, you know?
Full range.
Yeah, breaking it down and blending it together. Breaking it down and blending it together.
Oh.
All right, we got one last set on these. Yeah, man, you're missing out. These are nice and grueling, man. You can really get a core workout with these. So the ones I'm doing are called pikes, not the same as what you guys are doing. Um, but like I said, you can make this with rope if you wanted to. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. That really helps with getting this all together,
Some liver
Yeah.
armor.
Body armor.
Yeah.
You can really feel it,
Yeah.
that additional muscle that skinny guys should have, or everybody should have. The nice thing is, if you already have some extra fat, you don't have to do the food thing. You just get your food better, eat the same amount, just better quality food,
Right.
and sculpt what you have. So you shouldn't be doing, if you already got the weight, shouldn't be doing no proteins.
Yeah.
Maybe creatine, but you don't need to do no protein powders or no
Mhm.
protein bars. Yeah, what you need to do is probably 3 days a week of cardio.
That was like one of my biggest mistakes after my ACL MCL injury after lifeguarding was I didn't really understand the science of it, and I was just eating lots of protein bars. And then when I came to you, I was 195.
Yeah. The thing what we're talking about before we started is functional way. That's what we're both very concerned about, is maintaining function, because Navy SEALs don't walk around all jacked,
No.
but human beings don't need to walk around like Navy SEALs either, because they go through a lot of needless suffering, right? For king and country. So you can go ahead and put on like a Herculean physique. It's not going to kill you as long as you do it nicely. You don't cheat and get all fat and then do all the supplements and all that stuff. Now you're hurting your liver, you're hurting
Still,
your gut.
no. It's
So
amazing how important the liver is that a lot of people tend to neglect. You know, it's your detoxification center.
yeah. Now these are called pilaf, pilaf,
Peel.
Pliff, I don't know how they say it. It reminds me of like Pilates, so maybe it has something to do with Pilates. I don't know. But what I have here is just the straps. This could be a door, an edge of a door, or whatever. But you're holding it here. If you have a door sill, then you're going to just stand up to it, and then grab it,
Okay.
and then you're going to try to twist. This is called anti-rotations, because you're going to try to rotate, but you can't. In other words, you're going to try to do this. You're going to try to do this,
Okay.
right? More specifically, you're going to try to do this, and you're trying to pull it out, trying to pull it out. But with the
But
straps,
you keep it center.
yeah, with the straps, you just keep it nice and center, and then I'm now trying to rotate clockwise. Of course, I'm not going anywhere, but that's where the energy is. And then
So
you
if I'm
hold that.
holding a
Go ahead.
weight, I would push the weight out, but keep the weight center and try to twist the body.
No,
Or
no,
is
because
that not
now you're working your lats, and
okay?
your lats aren't going to let your core. This is a very isometric core exercise, right?
Okay.
So you have to allow your core to engage rather than your lats engaging.
Let's see here. Open my door. My roommates aren't home, so shouldn't be too.
And again, if you have a rope or something, this could be a rope that you're just pulling.
I don't really have a angle here. Oh, maybe we could do that. We could do it with that side.
Yeah, if you're on a door jam, then you're just going to use one side, and then you're going to go use the other side of the door and press that way. Uh-oh. Hope we're not overheating here. No, what's going on? No. To get this last bit, I'm going to see if I can get this out of the heat. There we go. Perfect. All right. So this is for the last one. Yeah, normally we don't take so long between sets, but it's okay. You want to get it right the first time. So you're holding the door jam or the straps, you push them out, and you're trying to rotate clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on how you're starting. And for a hold of 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and pull it in. Switch sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There you go. Yeah, it's a very Wing Chun exercise.
Am I doing this correctly? So I'm holding the door sill, and
I would have one hand this way, one hand this way, maybe. Yeah. Or
okay.
maybe even just one hand and hold your wrist.
And am I turning towards the side that I'm holding?
Yeah, wherever the resistance is.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if I'm
so
I'm
towards
heading
your palm.
this way,
Yeah.
I turn this way with the resistance.
With that hand, I believe you would be counterclockwise.
Okay. So
Yeah.
say wherever my fingers are pointing, eh?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Okay.
clockwise on the left and counterclock on the right.
Okay.
All right, let's do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is very internal. So if you don't really focus on the internal, you don't get this exercise. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so again, this really, you're focused on that one
Right.
side, really
Yeah.
focused. And you're on this side, you're really focused.
It's almost like you're trying to push an immovable object. That
Yeah.
while staying center. Is that right?
Say again?
While staying center, I'm trying to push a
Yes,
movable object that way. Okay, 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 okay. I'm
precisely.
not my body at all. I'm here, and I'm really just
Yeah.
trying to. Okay, okay.
Because you're trying to use your core, not your shoulder or your arms. That's
Right.
just the connection point. You're really trying to focus on it. That's why a door jam works just fine,
Yeah.
for this. Or a tree, you know.
Yeah.
Just it's cool because if you're in public and you want to get a workout, you just put your hand on something that doesn't move and then just get a little 20 seconds in on each side. Alright. All right, there's the last set on this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. All right. Well, that was, we'll have to do 2 sets of these. We got 3 workouts, right? A push and then a pull and then a full body workout. It's kind of how it works out. So, we're going to have to do 2 sets of these. One where it's explanatory, and then others where we're just doing it, so it can just kind of get in there, bing, bing, bang, bang. But it's good to have questions on this first round
Hmm.
of what we're doing. So again, we're and that's it for the exercises. Um, we let me refer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that's 6 exercises. Sometimes I'll do some leg raises or some additional ab stuff because this is the biggest problem, right? So
Hmm.
you really try to hit that as hard as what's reasonable. And reasonable is you just want to work it to failure, you know,
Yeah.
not extreme failure, but you're like, okay, now my muscles aren't doing the work anymore. And that's how it is with all these exercises. You're
Hmm.
trying to exercise the muscle. This is bodybuilding, not the same as weightlifting, not the same as strength training. All 3 different facets that are all important aspects. How big does your muscle need to get in order to do whatever job it is you're trying to do, right?
Hmm.
For us little guys in martial arts, it behooves us to put on some poundage,
Yeah.
but not lose our speed,
Yeah.
So that's I think the important aspect there,
Yeah.
for us at least.
In our dexterity and our agility.
Yeah, yeah, that's important. But getting to the size that you need to be and being able to have an average strength level, you know. And again, I like this phase of the process. I like a lot because you're talking about how long you can hold a thing. And so true with Wing Chun, when you're
Yeah.
doing trapping or when you're doing jujitsu or China. Same thing, how long can you hold?
Sustain.
Um, and those that last exercise that I did for me, which is a pike, for you guys is sort of like shit, what do you call those when you're
There.
say again?
I forget what they're called too.
I know. Yeah, it's a complete brain fart. But anyway, yeah, those are really great core, especially the pikes, because it really reminds me of the strength that you need for when you're shrimping and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I really like those, and I highly suggest them. Even if all you did was get some rope and put two loops around it, you know, and then you could put it over the door, and then your legs go through the door, so you don't need anything to hang it from the ceiling. You just put it over the edge of the door. Make sure the hinges are nice and strong.
Hmm.
Yeah. um, all right, so we'll go on over to Patreon, and we're going to run through the Wing Chun system. Due to the weather, we haven't been able to do these or the private sessions, so we're kind of doing some catch up. But since I've been away, I really thought about how important it is to maintain and develop muscular um, strength, because most of our jujitsu, China, or Wing Chun is more tendon strength, you know.
Hmm.
So, and it's good that we're bringing that to the table because we're able to see gains. I can feel the gains. I think the gains are visible as well. But what's more important is being able to feel those gains, in levels of strength. And you feel, muscles grow from the inside, not the outside. So, and you can feel because of the way that we approach exercise and our martial arts, it makes getting gains in bodybuilding really easy. So again, it's all about the food and the calories, getting and adjusting those calories and knowing when and when not to consume those calories. You know. So the rest is easy. This stuff is easy compared to the thing of eating properly all day, and getting enough calories even, and
Yeah,
getting enough of the right
probably
calories.
not eating, not having a sugar-based diet is a big one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Drinking plenty of water, getting the
lots
liquids
of sugar,
because you want to
lots of,
be hydrated. That's what muscles want to be, is hydrated, you
yeah.
know. So, all right. So, thanks for joining us, guys, here in the present and in the archive as well. We'll see you over at patreon.com, and we'll see you here next week, weather permitting. We're going through wild weather swings. So, weather permitting, I'll see you here next week. And boy, did we forget our salutations, shall we never?